Hello everyone, welcome to another episode. This is a 2006 Mercedes Benz E350. The car has been sitting for so long. This is an all-key loss situation, so I've hooked up a battery maintainer to keep it at a certain voltage that I'll be able to work on. So at this moment, at least when we hit on the hazard light, it's blinking, so that is also to help us wake up the BCM. So for now, let's quickly check on the key what we have, and the frequency is 315. So that is what we're using for this vehicle. So we head back into the car. We also have to make sure we have internet, and we also doing a direct connection. So we have to turn the Bluetooth off to prevent any interference and also maybe causing a problem later on. So now we turn back the hazard light and we go to IMO, accept the terms, then go to Mercedes Benz. Then since we have the hazard light going on with the BCM awake, we click on automatic search. Then we try reading the VIN. So once the VIN has been pulled, we click on OK, and it tells us the vehicle information. We click on yes, and also select 2002 to 2008. All right, so here we have the VIN, which we verified. Then we go to the status scan to see what's going on with this vehicle. So far there are two DTCs. Let's hit on it. So one has to do with the EIS. There's a problem. So I hope we'll proceed with the program and see what happens, if it would turn the vehicle on or not. And if not, then it has to be replaced, because this vehicle was bought without keys from the auction. So we'll be doing via OBD. And we are using the G-Box for this operation. So we're waiting for the tool to establish communication with the vehicle, and we will then proceed with the next stage. So here we are. It shows us the diagram as to how to go about the connections. So we are attaching it to that cable, which is connecting to the steering lock, and also would have to take a fuse of the fuse box and then attach the cable that comes with the hotel tool, and then do the reading. But for now, we would have to access that cable connecting to the steering lock. So those are the Torx screws, and we're using a T20 Torx key to remove the screws out. So once the screws are all out, we pull the cover down to give us enough room to reach to that connector. So there it is, the connector that will be taken out and connecting it with the K line cable. So we have that removed now, and we'll be connecting it where that blue wire is, and also with the OBD port we can remove it from that slot by sliding this, and it's off. Then we can pull the cables, and that brings the OBD port all out. Now the next thing is to connect the cable to the fuse box. So we have the fuse box here, and we are taking the third fuse from the top right. Let me move closer so that we can see, and that is the yellow one. So we've taken it out, and then we connect the hotel cable to it, and we'll be connecting that cable to the G box 3. So we get back in here, we connect the cables directly to the tool. We have our internet. We also connect the programmer. So we're doing the G box fast, the fast approach. So we have the K line wire connected to the G box, and then the plugs of those cables that we put to the fuse also attached. So here we are, everything all set up. So it's all key loss fast. And once we are sure our connection is true, okay, the next thing is to connect the OBD cable portion of the tool to the G box. Just verifying things. So everything is true here. The black portion is connecting to the OBD, and we all certain that everything is good. So then proceed, and I click on OK. So it says read EIS data, yes, or begin. Just trying to get all the cables out of the way. Then we have the IR emulator connected directly to the EIS. So it wants us to insert a blank key into the IR keyhole on the programmer. But because I didn't put in the key into the programmer, it says current key detected is invalid. So let's go ahead. We have the key, put it in the IR hole of the programmer, and then click on OK. Okay. Click on OK. After clicking OK, you can see it blinking, trying to read it to verify that it is a blank key, and that is true. So we don't have a password, so click on no, and then click on OK to take us to the password calculator. So this is where the internet is important, and also with a good maintainer, I'm operating under 14 volt, so that should be able to take us as long as it's able to retrieve the password from the server. So click on OK. It says connect the IR key emulator, which I already have it in there. Okay, it has established, and it's now collecting the information. So it says insert the emulator again. If it is already inserted, reinsert it. So take it out and put it back in, and it will do its own thing. So it says it could take up to between 10 to 90 minutes, and this is the first approach that I'm doing with the Gbox. So I'll give it some time and see when I'm going to get the password out of this process. I've not connected any power to the Gbox. I'm relying solely on the battery, and it's saying that it has failed. So we click on for it to repeat the entire process again. Just make sure it is out of the way, no pushing. Just let it be on its own. So maybe when I moved it, that could have triggered something. So it's collecting data. It wants me to reinsert the IR emulator. So this entire process is the hardest part, but once the password is calculated, it's a quick approach to complete the programming process. So I believe it is retrieving the information now, getting the password from the server. So we give it some time. Okay. So it took about 14 minutes to finally get it, and once that is true, click on OK, and the password calculation is complete. So it will now take us back to move on with the programming of the key, and it says that it's generating key file, so we should wait. And it says we should insert the blank key into the keyhole. So I already had it in there. So it's detecting the key, and it's writing the key file now. So all this process, I left the IR emulator in the keyhole of the EIS. So all key loss completed. So the programming is true. So what we have after pressing OK, we can test the key. Okay. So here we go. So once the key programming is complete, I insert it into the EIS. The thing is that right now it cannot turn, so I believe maybe it could be a faulty EIS, but as when I put it, it's saying that it's calculating on the cluster here. So it says calculating, please wait. And I realized that since I didn't connect the EIS cable that is connecting to the ELV, maybe that could also be a problem. But let me just take the key out and then test it on the door just to verify that it works. So we take it out, hit on the buttons, can hear, hit unlock, and it's blinking. So that is definitely true. So what I'm going to do is hook up the wire back and then see what's next. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful day.